Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Secret Werewolf Game. Yeah, that's right. We're back being secretive on a public platform. You can't see me. Um, so, aside from trying to get everybody into our inner circle, Maeve is requested a small meeting with her friend Daniel. um, she asked could he stop by after lunch and just come to see how she is. And so it's been actually, to be honest, Maeve, it's been a beautiful day. It is May now in Ireland, and May in Ireland means that the sun finally comes out between the clouds. Um, so it's a nice 20 degrees, and for Ireland, that's hot. That's a hot breeze there now. So it's been really nice day. The sun is shining. Everything is really, the grass is even greener than you probably expected it to be because when you're out in the sun and it's getting all healthy and stuff. So eventually, you'll see on the horizon of where you've asked to meet him is indeed the golden-haired Daniel. That, let's be real, in the sunshine, it's even more golden than it should be. You know what I mean? It's almost like a criminal offense for how golden that hair is.
Criminal offense. I'm digging it. So yeah, Maeve's probably hung out by one of the entrance areas to Dagdas Forest, one of the more commonly used ones, just because ease of use. Not like she ever necessarily sticks to the trails anymore, but it's kind of where people would go if they were going to meet someone at the forest. So she's been sat there, but not like up under the trees and whatnot, because the sun is out, and she'd almost forgotten what that was like. So she's probably stepped out a bit from the edge of the trees, kind of face turned up, doing her best impression of a flower, just doing her best to get as much of that sun as she can, at least briefly.
Let me just get a different picture here. Now you gotta laugh.
Oh no.
There you go, Maeve.
Oh my god.
What? Oh, I have worse. Don't worry.
Don't do it.
What?
Don't do it. Don't do worse. But when she, periodically kind of glances, just goes back to like, being doing her best flower impression, essentially, just like, yes, arms out, give me sun. But when she finally sees him, she'll pick up the arm and do, the cheery wave.
Yeah, he gives a nod. Hello, Maeve.
Well,
You seem quite jolly this morning.
I didn't realize that when they said it was foggy and misty, and I don't think I probably appreciated how little sun happens.
I mean, it's not that how little sun happens. It's just that it's finally warm weather.
True, not having sleeves on is also a bonus. Does
Yes,
a little turn around like, haha, sundress without a pullover.
you can get away with it. Yes.
I mean, I think this is about as warm as it's been for me so far. Does it get much warmer in the summer?
It does a bit. It depends. Gives a shrug, like it gives honest to God shrug. It depends. Some days it could be good, and other days it could be bad.
Well, today it's beautiful. Just very matter of factly, like, so there.
Neat.
Pretty much.
Wanted to see me. He sits down on the grass, just plonks himself down. He's in like basically t-shirt, jeans, boots.
Oh my god, he's just wearing people clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just plunk down too. Almost immediately kick off the sandals. Yeah, just wanted to hang out, wanted to talk, wanted to see how you're doing. What's been going on? I used to touch base more often. Kind of feel like I'm slacking off in the friend department. Can't have that.
You just nod. You wanted to see how I am.
Hmm? Of course I did.
Why is that? Just with a very casual, easygoing smile.
Because you're my friend. Because a lot has happened. Because even before all that's happened lately, you've been through a lot. Of course I want to know how you're doing.
That's good, at least. It's good that you're checking up on me, at least.
And then she finally throws him kind of like a puzzled little squint, like, what?
It's good to have people checking up on you.
It is. Well, it's not an answer.
It's not. He gives a smile. Like, ha ha!
Yeah.
It's very playful.
When she realizes he's just fucking with her a little, she finally like flops back, just lays in the grass because yes. So
It's a strange feeling. I'm being in the position I'm in. It has its good days and its bad days.
which one is today?
I think today is pretty decent.
Oh, it's something. I'll take it.
It's more getting used to the role that I've now stepped into, but not complaining too much.
I haven't heard you complaining at all.
It's a shrug. The lion doesn't concern himself with the opinions of those beneath him.
I get the puzzled little like, huh? That's a new one.
And if I forever think that I'm below everybody, then everybody's opinions will bother me.
I suppose that makes sense. I don't know why you'd ever think you were beneath anyone.
I did for a while. You know, being inadequate and taking a lot of things that I should not have taken responsibility for.
No, that's the last word I used to describe you. I'm glad it's changed.
I had some people that helped me see the difference.
Yeah, big glittery-eyed smile.
And how are you? I saw your ceremony.
I'm good. Surprisingly good, really.
You looked very graceful in your acceptance of it.
Again, there's the big broad smile because, like, no, he said something nice. She's a goof.
Thanks.
Yeah, she like all the grace done away with by one dorky smile. Like, no.
Admittedly, it was quite amusing to watch you begin to attempt not to cry.
You know, I used to feel like it was a bad thing, being a big crybaby all the time, but I don't even feel bad.
You're Fiona. Sometimes things are going to get emotional for you.
There are worse things I could do than feel.
True. Even if it does provide a small bit of amusement.
Yeah, she reaches over, like, just thumps his leg with her hand, like, hey! It wasn't the only one tearing up. It's gotta be worth something.
Oh, no, I know. It was a smile. That's why I found it so amusing.
Amusing. You
You'd
laugh and
often
it
see
kind of like pokes.
you'd often see it at big ceremonies. The Fianna woman would, even if it was a happy occasion, they would need a minute because it just gets a bit too emotional.
I'll have to start carrying hankies.
Oh yeah, no, you'd be on. Oh, it will be. I'd recommend it. In fact, it'll probably be handed out to you. Immediately shoved in your face.
My standard issue hankies.
Oh, you should see them at the grand weddings that sometimes go on. They're like a flock.
Oh god, I bet they are. Like
Mm-hmm.
every movie or TV show you ever watch where someone's fanning themselves and going, I promised myself I wouldn't cry. She like does a little gesture and everything like bleh.
Well, imagine a whole flock of them doing that.
It sounds amazing.
It's quite endearing. Gives a very easygoing smile. Because you can imagine some of the women on this set going, oh, no.
Fucking dying. Just because I can imagine he's like swaying into it, like doing the blood gestures and everything.
Mm-hmm. Angela is notorious for it.
Really?
Well, leans in between you and me. Oh, would never say this to her face. She does like a good bit of, as much as she denies it, she likes her romance.
Duly noted.
Oh, Maeve, you know. Do you know what I mean?
Yep, just teasing. It's one of those things where she's poked in, like, she does cute little things for Angela. She's just never seen her get all flustered and fan myself, and I'm not gonna cry about it yet.
Not yet, anyway.
Just gotta try harder.
Hey, to be fair, she does cling to you. So you're seeing subtle things from Angela. Angela says a lot and then does these little subtle gestures. That's very much Angela.
Mm-hmm.
And Nuala's sister Taylor is just lets aside.
Bet they're both just as bad as the other. Nuala and her sister.
Yes. Yes. Just a very yes, and yes. And Fiona, for all her ladylike grace, she does
The delicate hanky dab.
Oh, it's not delicate.
It's not.
Well, she thinks it's delicate.
Oh no.
But don't tell her I said that, otherwise she'll hound me.
Nope, not a word.
Good. Gives a whew.
Nope, never. I wouldn't betray you, Bay. You've seemed happier. But
It's acceptance. It's called acceptance. I've accepted who I am and what I need to do to get there. So there's no longer the crippling inadequacy that's just seemed to permeate who I was all the time.
confidence looks good on you.
It's not too bad on you either.
Yeah, Just a beam of like, yes, compliments.
Breathe this out of breath. There are some things that will bother me, of course. I think it's to be expected given the weight of the news.
Oh?
Well,
Oh.
of course. There are things that, of course, I'm going to have an emotional sting towards. You gotta give, and he doesn't seem angry. It's just very matter of fact, like, of course I'm going to be upset about certain things. You know what I mean? Like who wouldn't be? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he's human. Well, human enough.
But the point I will keep reminding myself is that I have to, if I have to get anywhere in this sept, I'll have to learn to cope with these people and deal with these people and see these people and eventually lead these people. And so long as they can do their part for the Sept and for Gaia and for Stag, then that is what I need of them. I don't need to worry about them and how I feel and all that. My emotions aside. We Fianna may pride ourselves on it, but we must also learn to not be ruled by them.
Yeah, challenge mode.
Of course, I'm going to have some feelings for some of the people. It does. Of course, it does. It stings. Although some, like yourself and Seamus, have shown to be of honourable quality.
Okay.
Others, well, they have done their deed, and I understand the why. It's a very, like, I understand it. But it does not mean that I should feel comfortable with it, or indeed like it. But I am not so much of a big-headed fool that I won't interfere with it or call it to the open. I understand the weight. But I no longer care to pursue the challenge of that. Instead, I'll do something better. I'll lead.
You'll be good at it.
So everybody keeps telling me. I mean, maybe you saw him. He was born for it. Like, you saw the speech he gave. That, whew, do you know what I mean?
I mean, if what I've seen already is anything to go by, yeah. I say you'll be good at it. You're already good at it. I mean, at this point, it's just perfecting how you want to do it.
I'm just a Fianna. That's all I am, man. And any Fianna worth his salt will fight for the people that he cares for. And that's all I'm trying to be.
You are Fiona, but you're also inspiring. And that's what people need. Of course, they're going to fight for the people they care for. They're going to do the things any Fiona would do. You can inspire them to more than that. And you have. It was amazing to watch and to feel and to get caught up in.
The crown will come with the weight. But I know what I have to do and what I must do.
Oh, okay.
I am no longer afraid of it.
Quirks a smile, reaches over, just gives his knee, the pat pat. Oh, that's one of us.
I think you underestimate yourself just as much as I do, Maeve.
Now I'm bright signing that too.
I think there's a queen in there somewhere.
I sure hope so, because everyone seems to think so.
There's a difference between knowing and believing. What you do and the way you carry yourself, it may not be the most regal of displays, but it carries the empathy, the compassion of somebody who is just trying to live and save the others.
Is that enough?
Lean over. Reach over and run a hand, or, just touch your face. In these times, sometimes that's the biggest victory we can have over the worm.
Yeah, there's, again, just a little bit of a smile.
After all, you talk about me inspiring hope. I believe, Lady Macfion, you did that first.
And would that be me taking all the credit? I'm not the only one who believed. I was just the lattice.
You're the one who acted on it. You're the one who acted on it, Maeve. And sometimes that is the bravest thing you can do.
I'm glad you're willing to hear it, though, and to believe me. So used to everyone thinking that I only believe because I don't know any better.
Let's just say I realized that you were beginning to step up and finally take your place among the Fianna, where you belong. Maybe that was the first indication I saw of that. And if the Lady Macfion can do it, then what excuse do I have?
Yeah, just beaming. Has anything big changed since that siege? Besides you.
Big change in who?
Just, I know you've changed. I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
And we all heard you. And I'd be surprised if they didn't hear you all the way back at Sound. No matter how far we rode. If nothing else, the spirits tend to echo things of importance. Especially screamed
They
out by
do.
the Galliard.
They do.
So? Is it any different? Any better? Like at home? Let's be honest.
She is. She is a lot more uplifted seeing me actually around. My father. I'm not sure. Some days he is good, some days he is not. But I have seen him more than I anticipated to see him. My uncle is my uncle. Always with a plan.
There's a bit of a grin at my uncle is my uncle. Like, yeah, he is. Jesus.
But my father, I think, is slowly accepting things, but we will see. It's too early to tell.
Well,
These sort of things, there is no instant change.
I don't know. Of course not. But even a few good days are better than no good days. I'm glad.
And your parents?
It's. I thought it'd be stranger just because it's been so long. But it's been great. The McCarthys have been amazing hosts. Are happy, very connecting.
Should like to meet them.
Hmm?
I should like to meet them.
There's a big old smile. See why we can't arrange that? I think they'd like you.
I'm sure they seem like pleasant company, considering who they, if their daughter is anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah. Yeah. I just imagine me going, oh.
No. Shucks. Okay.
I mean, to be fair, Maeve, he gives you a smile, which is just bing. You know what I mean? When Daniel smiles, I'll give you that. It's, do you know what I mean?
No, especially now that he's actually doing it for real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they say Fiona's the prettiest.
They lied.
I mean, to be fair, like Fiona has a stunning smile, but Daniel, oof, wow. You know what I mean? The difference between Daniel and Fiona is like Fiona's got this very radiant, you know what I mean, practice smile. You know what I mean? Daniel's is just very Fiona. It's very earnest. It's very. It's just it. You know what I mean? Like his whole face lights up essentially. It's a very earnest. It's a very Fiona thing. Like he just brightens.
You know, I guess the really scandalous question is, do you want it to be like a formal meeting, or you just want to come meet my folks?
Oh, I'll leave that to your discretion.
Oh. Well, in that case, She starts getting up like, that's it.
Glad raises an eyebrow.
Sits herself up. How about swing by the fire hall early? Mom's been helping with the cooking. She loves.
Sure. Sure.
Say
He's
she
like, oh, right now? Oh, okay. Do you know what I mean? He has that look in his face like, oh, all right then.
She looks a little stunned. She's like, can go over before dinner. Still hang out for a while first, but why not? I know there'll probably be points where there's a big formal come over and meet family to family, but
Very well. He just eases up, puts his hands in his jeans, does a little flick of his hair and everything.
Beryl, she's standing up and dusting off her rear because she just planted, probably like trying to check her hair, make sure she doesn't have grass and leaves in it. There'll be plenty of times that they can meet the Magnessa, but maybe I just want my mom to meet my friend Daniel, my dad to meet my friend Daniel.
Unfortunately, Maeve, as he's walking along, I am Daniel Magnessa. He says, with Daniel is so like he's a bit on the stoic side, but that was the sassiest of his tone you have ever heard. You know what I mean? Fortunately, Maeve, I'm Daniel Magnessa. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, I suppose that makes you good company for little old Maeve Macfion.
Well, of course. Unfortunately, we're not on Silver Tower. We're on Red Branch, so leans in out of the super noble families. I rule the roost here.
Scandalized look like, oh, was that a flex?
A subtle one, yes.
That wasn't subtle.
I mean, I whispered it.
Okay, fine. It was a little subtle.
I could have just been like, Maeve, why don't you come on to my sept? But I didn't.
The mouth just opens like, oh! I would love to see almost anyone's face when you did that. I don't even think they'd fight you on it, but it would be amazing.
My sept, yes. No, he would. Daniel is not that sassy. You know what I mean?
We're not quite getting to Silverfang.
Oh, he would totally do a Team Mac tag, though. You get the impression he would totally do a Team Mac tag.
Oh, that'd be so good. I'm sorry, I'm a
but
bad
he
person.
does walk. If you do notice, he walks with like even the way he's moving, he doesn't have that kind of broody hunch again. Essentially, if you get me, they used to have. Like even some of the pictures, he kind of had that kind of hunch about him, whereas he's just walking very upright. The strides are confident. It's a marked pace. What's odd and kind of, I know it's considering the family crest, it is kind of like a lion prowling his kingdom. You know what I mean? It's not arrogant. It's just a very confident stride.
Let me check something for fun.
Also, look at the game chat. You're gonna die laughing.
What?
The Red Branch.
What the fuck? What? Oh my god, that's amazing. Yeah, somehow Maeve is maintained. Not as reliably as she used to, but still maintains the same kind of almost flitting step. There are times that she can't stay all high on life, but this is a good day and this is a good moment. So, very lighthearted. Not quite dancing, but very lighthearted stuff.
So yeah, you arrive at the fire hall. So the gang that's at the fire hall are all kinfolk currently. It's kind of the early bird. The Guru are not quite there yet. You would know, but the horde hasn't descended essentially.
Yep.
So you've got let me just zoom out. Magna, Oshin, Angela, Jinmin, and Taylor, the Dirt Master herself.
The Dirt Master 5000.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Taylor is one of the few of the MacTieg representative, and Oshin, of course, that Angela actually puts up with. You know what I mean?
No.
And of course, there's Ma and
No.
with let me just with, of course, the ladyship of the fire hall, the lady of the fire hall herself. Again, they've been chatting away to each other. You know, your mom and Kate have become a real, team.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, again, your mom's always complimented her, like, she seems really nice. She's a nice lady, you know. Oh, and we're cousins. Oh, do you know what I mean?
Exactly. It's like, it's essentially extended family. Of course, they're getting on. And let's face it, Mom and Dad have been. They weren't integrated in New York the way they're being integrated here, and they're probably used to that. So it's probably nice to have people around they can be open with, and it's no. Though
And
Irish,
of course, your dad and the den father are actually getting on famously as well.
That's fantastic.
So, but you do see them there, you know, they're chatting and, all this sort of stuff. You also get that Angela's grandmother is putting in some groundwork because she knows who you're fucking. Do you know what I mean? She knows who you're with.
Who's getting that hanky panky?
So, she, you and Daniel walk in. And people like glance over, like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, easygoing waves.
Oh yeah. Taylor does the big, Taylor, the fucking wave she does.
The whole entire arm just flailing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Oh, she gives it she gives it like a cheery enough smile as well. Magda does the nod, and Angela, of course, does the little subtle like, oh hi. Do you know what I mean? Oh, hello there.
They both start doing the thing where they glance over, do the shoulder shift, like, oh hey, oh hey. Okay.
Yeah, and Daniel just gives the nod, like, hello, yes, it's me, hello. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Angela, whether she likes it or not, is due for a drive-by cheek kiss. There hasn't been enough PDA in recent weeks.
Oh yeah, your mom takes note of it essentially. I put it like that. She's like, oh.
Yeah, it's a little drive-by. No shit.
No, I mean people take note of it because you just literally plant her in public. Angela doesn't give a shit.
Oh yeah. Thankfully, it's not scandalous. It's a cheek kiss, but it's a drive-by. She, waves over to the folks.
Daniel does that thing where, like, I'm standing behind you, like, hello there, hi, yes, hello, hey.
Your guns. Oh no.
But he's pretty relaxed, very very easygoing stride. People say hello to him. The crowd that when you fly in and peck Angela on the cheek, they say hello. Taylor is a bit more like, oh hi Daniel. Do you know what I mean?
Perfect. Just
He's
know
like,
in my
"Then
heart that
hello."
as soon as we're out of earshot, Angela's going to be like, so, over there, Ogland, Daniel Maxexy.
Oh
Start
yeah, you hear it.
within an inch of her
I
life.
didn't. Yeah, Angela leans over. I didn't know you had a thing for Daniel Maxexy. You dirty bitch. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I love her. Why is she so perfect?
Then you're eventually walking over to this table.
Mhm.
Of course, you know, the mom and dad are always naturally happy to see you. And then, you know, Kate is even more happy, you know, of course. Because you're actually over more in her house, if anything fucking else. Even before mom and dad came to fucking Sept.
Mhm.
So she's happy to see you. And the den father does that thing that's like, oh, look, it's one of my daughter's friends. Hello there. Hello there. Do you know what I mean? I'm resuming this drink. Hello there. Hi. Hello.
Why are they so amazing? Yeah, she's doing that. Hey, oh hi, oh hi.
You know, and you'll eventually hear like Kate going, you stopping for food, Maeve?
No, social call.
More
Like this little
socializing?
eyebrow waggle, like ah. I'm sorry, I
Huh?
talked over you.
That's just, then Daniel gives the Miss McCarthy, and she's like, "Oh, hello, Daniel." Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, it's very jolly because it's one of the McNesses. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's good rapport there. If you don't
Are
mind
you
me.
ready for Daniel? Are you ready for? Oh, sorry,
Oh,
I cut over you. I did not hear what you were saying.
it's basically she's like, oh, social call, and it gets a reaction. It's like, hope you don't mind me writing in.
Oh, not at all, not at all, not at all. Sit down. We're enjoying food.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
it.
Dad gives you a big cheesy grin, like, yeah, these sausages. You know what I mean?
Dad, no, your diet. Fucking.
Fuck the diet, mate. How often do we get sausages like this? I can die a happy man in my cholesterol.
Oh no. So what do I need to be ready for? I'm scared now.
But no, I mean, Daniel eventually walks over, and oh, Maeve, comes over. Of course, says hello to the McCarthys. But yeah, walks over to your parents, Mr. and Mrs. McFionn, hello, shakes your dad's hand like a proper gentleman and everything.
No.
I'm Maeve's friend, Daniel McNess, and they're like, oh, woo, do you know what I mean? Looking over at Maeve like, oh my, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Maeve's probably come over and given her mom like the squeeze around the shoulders while she's sat. I know there will be formal meetings and dinners and all that, but I did want you to have a chance to meet Daniel.
I'd give you a P name your parents because he didn't introduce himself as Daniel the Guru. So get ready
Oh no!
for some comedy.
I know. It doesn't even occur to her. Oh no. Oh god. Yeah, let me roll to see if she catches on to what she's doing. Oh dear. Please, dice. Let me cut this off at the pass. Where the fuck is... There it is. Hello, Discord. Save me. Oh, thank God. It's 3 successes.
It's I'll put it like this, he's like Miss McFionn, Mr. McFionn, and your dad's like, huh, your dad doesn't pick it up because he just doesn't. It's mom. Mom takes one look at fucking Daniel, and he's like, I'm Maeve's friend, and she glances over at Maeve like, and just gives that like kind of nod of like, wow, Maeve's friend. Oh, huh? Do you know what I mean? Maeve's friend. Oh. She's like, well, sit down. Come on, sit down, Fabio. you know, Daniel does the kind of like, oh, hey, kind of sit down. You know what I mean?
Hey, and she'll pop down next to her mother and just be like, "Yeah, mom, he's part of the pack that fetched me here."
She's you know that thing that
Oh God.
mothers do when they've realized so. Oh, do you know what I mean? Oh yeah, I mean, I put like this. Your mother starts leaning in and starts like, "Oh well, thank you, and thank you for this and that." And he's like, "Oh, it's no need, seriously. No, it's fine." Do you know what I mean?
I had to cut it off at the pass. Moms have an innate ability to embarrass the shit out of their children. I had to.
Kate McCarthy just leans back, smirking. Like, you can see her just smirking at you.
Like the glance, like what? What? I didn't do nothing.
Kate will lean in. Do you know, if he wasn't a guru, you two would be perfect. But the fact that everybody still thinks it, even though that thing we know you're a guru, it's just the comedy gold at this stage, little lady.
Amazingly awkward look.
But don't worry, they all know it's against the law.
Does everyone
But
really think that? Turning like just the tiniest pink tinge.
what?
Does everyone really think that?
Well, considering that if there was another male Magnessa here, kind of gives that, that eyebrow raise up. Come on. I'll put it like this: if either one of yous were kinfolk, you'd be married already. It's just the way it is.
Doesn't it seem like moving a little fast?
Just lean over. As your mom is asking all sorts of questions about Daniel. Like, what do you do? Do you know what I mean? Daniel is just like, oh, what have I walked into?
An Irish mother. I'm sorry, but not sorry.
I mean, he handles it well. It's just he is just being bombarded at all sides. You know what I mean? But Kate will lean over. You see, the thing is, man, particularly with highborn, they're the ones who are typically going to have the greater chance of birthing a guru. So you have to marry as quick as you can, generally, because it means the more likely you'll be having your babies, and the more likely those babies will be guru. You can say it's a bit gruesome and grim, but I'll tell you this much: I imagine there would have been a courtship process. They didn't just slap you going, "Here, you two are married, now go off," and it's not the old days. Gives that nod like it's not the old days.
It's not the old days, is the part where she's just like, oh God.
Well, you see, when I married him over there, we had a courtship process, but we were chaperoned for at least half of the visits. What was the half? He leans over. The den father leans over. It was about 40% of the visits. I mean, they followed us around like fucking geese.
Oh God.
That wasn't too bad. The grins and my sister away didn't mean she slaps his shoulder.
You shush! We did nothing of the sort. Stop being a bad example.
You see him chuckling like,
he's so fucking jolly. I can't.
You can see where Anja gets it. He gives a little chuckle, leans over and tells your dad a joke. Your dad starts laughing, and they both start laughing. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? And Mama, Kate McCarthy will lean over again. So I wouldn't be flustering yourself too much. But it's just a funny joke that people make, And some people are very sad about the whole thing because it would have been a beautiful wedding.
I'm sure it would have. Everyone would have.
Oh yeah, would have had it right here. But little lady leans in. I know whose heart you really have. She gives that stare. That is a mom stare you're getting.
So is it just that the times are a changing, or Is Angela?
What do you mean the times are changing? What are you on
Chaperone?
about? Well, it's just, tradition is tradition, but you have to add a little bit of modern spin. The kids are growing up different these days. But
Okay.
for official courting, there's a difference, you see.
Oh.
Public gestures, public defections, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a bit of a glance back at Angela. I'm like, huh, I should.
A very good example of the public courting is, did you ever see the big Rory do his thing?
Hmm?
Flowers. Big example of that.
Yeah, big glittery-eyed smile.
See, here's the thing. I know whose heart you have. Not me. I don't give a fuck. As long as you make her happy. She point. It doesn't point, but she kind of gives that nod of her head, like as long as you make her happy now, young lady. But at the same time, Maeve, you have a responsibility, much like I have a responsibility. Particularly with your blood and your line. Eventually, you're going to have to get married, and eventually, you're going to have children. It's just the way that it's the demand of the nation. We have to breed the next generation of warriors.
And I know. And I get that.
But I'm not one to ruin romance. I wouldn't be a Fianna now if I did. But just remember, eventually you're going to have to do that.
I know.
So brace her for it, young lady. My granddaughter is a very free woman. And I love her to bits. She's very like her mother, even though she tries to deny it.
Only in public.
But just don't
The grin.
just don't break her heart with doing your duty. Because yourself and him will completely understand why you're doing it. Nessa probably will. Dermot will. She won't. She's got too much of a fire in her. Do you know what I mean?
I do.
So
Don't know how to.
just boops you on the nose. Just be frank with her. And she'll stay.
Yeah, there's finally a little bit of the back of the head rub. Like, and she'll stay is the part that's like, oh, are you sure? Just.
She'll stay because you're being honest with her and you're not trying to swindle her. You didn't hide it from her. Angela never could handle the lies. She doesn't know who her dad is. Feek's her half brother. And her ma wasn't exactly Guy arrest her. Terry wasn't exactly the most stable of mothers. I did my best. Sometimes children just get too wild. They burn too bright. So she needs that reassurance. And the way she looks at you, she's happy. Like, blessings of Bridget on it, but she's happy. So don't overcomplicate it. Just be frank with her. That's my advice, anyway. I was frank with him, and I got what I wanted in the end.
How frank. Just kind of glancing.
Well, I told him she leans in. I told him, well, he'd have to get me pregnant so he can either marry me or, well, excuse that kind of nod, that firm little, well,
The eyebrows pop up like, oh.
Sometimes you have to. It's not putting her in a position where she has to choose. It's, you know how you both feel. It's just laying your cards out on the table. But just don't not do it.
It's a nod. I'm fairly assured now. Nod.
So relax. Besides, I know you're not courting any other fella. So don't overcomplicate yourself, little lady.
Other mom.
She gives you a little pat on the shoulder, like, good talk. And then just proceeds to start chatting.
Yeah. Maybe we'll tune back into poor Daniel getting blasted.
Oh, you can hear your mother like, oh, you do horse riding. It's like, yeah. Amy goes into it and she's like, oh, that's fascinating. She, nudges her husband like, he does horse riding. You know what I mean?
It just to try to help split the attention a little because, bless him, he's weathering so well. But it's still lean over like, oh yeah, taught me everything I know about writing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, your dad gives that grin like, oh, that's my girl. That's my, do you know what I mean? You always work good with the animals, though. Always.
God, a beam. Oh, Dad.
She get your own horse, then, little lady.
I have no idea how to go about it, and
I'm sure this fine gentleman can help you. And Daniel nods. Oh, yes, I could definitely help me find a horse.
just the realization, like, oh shit, I might actually be able to do that now. Oh, it's actually pretty exciting. Wow. Yeah, that would be amazing. Like, actually amazing.
Yeah, Daniel gives a smile. And he even says, there is the horse fairs that go on in the summer. I could definitely make sure you guys are invited. And, your mother beams. Like, I mean, that proper Irish mom beam. Like, oh, what? We'll see. It's confirmed. She's going. We're all going.
It's happening now, and God help you if you try to not go, because Mom has decided we're going.
She's like, oh, Maeve, we could definitely go to that, couldn't we?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. What was the name of the one they held before again? I know it was a particular...
Pug Fair. But that was during the spring. Pug Fair.
Yeah. She went to, what was it? Pug Fair back in the spring?
I've always wanted to go to that, but I guess I can now. She gives a little excited little like jiggle.
Yeah, you can. It'll be fun. Oh, and this time I can actually look at the horses.
Oh yes, these summer fairs are usually the ones that show off the more fine breeds.
Really?
Oh yes, the show ponies.
Little nose scrunch. Can show ponies.
He gives her that. He totally grins at me like, "Hey, I made a joke at you."
I got to poke fun of you in front of your parents. Just nose scrunch, like, whoa.
No, your mom proceeds to go on a rant about how she loves those little. Do you know the little proper show ponies, the ones that do the little head bob and everything when you ask them to and everything?
Oh my god! Mom proceeds to actually go on a rant about ponies, like little show ponies. Maeve just dies inside.
She make you be perfect on one of the Maeve. Daniel's just like this.
She's doing the mom, stop embarrassing me, ma'am. Just, oh no, Mom, please. Just, and every time she looks over and sees Daniel doing that, he fucking dies a little more.
Fucking, Mom also does the thing where she whips out the cat, the family pictures. You know what I mean? That she has in her little purse.
Oh,
she's like, "This was her at the chicken farm. Look at her." Do you know what I mean? Daniel kind of leans over, like looking up at Maeve, like that is adorable.
Yeah, it proceeds to just pray for the sweet release of death, the way that teenagers do. turning. She started turning pink again, just like, oh god, mom, no, mom, please.
But
Mom
no,
pulled
all in all,
amounts to a miniature photo album. Just
it's a very adorable conversation. Like Dan, to be fair to Daniel, he holds his own and chats away, and your parents are very much endeared to him because he's so polite and do you know what I mean?
not like those boys in New York. Huh.
Yeah, no, he's very charming, very friendly. He seems like a nice guy. You know, I mean, that's pretty much maybe you get the impression that Daniel has got like a +5 relationship with your parents at this point because he's so genial. You know what I mean? Would you like to do anything else? But
Uh, hmm. Probably tease the folks a little bit, see what they're getting up to, as far as day to day. Like,
they're working on the farmland with the Get. There's a young Get fella that your dad mentioned, with Sigmund. He helps oversee all the farmland stuff, and they get to do a lot of work there. So your dad is quite happy because you know what? He gets to work on the farmlands. Nobody gets to bother him. There's a lot of friendly people. They get to go down to the pub afterwards.
oh no,
Your mom is working with Kate. You know what I mean?
mom is like, wait, I get to help cook for 5 million people instead of just two. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
my
Pretty
call.
much, yeah. Kate set her up with working with her in the fire hall. Your dad is working with Sigmund, and some of the farmland area by the farmer's path. You know, Sigmund does a lot of helps the keeper of the land oversee a lot of crops and various stuff that they just would need. Do you know what I mean? So he's met your father's met Sulag, and he's like he's a bit of an oddball, but he's a nice fella. You know, like lovely hair, but a bit of an oddball.
He's nice though.
Oh yeah, no, he's lovely. Just like I said, he's nice.
Bit of an oddball.
And he gets on with the Sigmund fella. You know, gardening and doing all this stuff, and it's good. It's hard work, but it's good work. He doesn't feel exhausted. He doesn't feel like he's hurting or anything. His joints even feel better being out in the sun and the air, and you know what I mean.
Aww.
So he's all in all, he's pretty pleased with himself. You know, you get the impression your parents are more happy they're back in the actual in Ireland. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they are. Which it does make a world of good to see that like they've been uprooted, they've been moved, they lost contact with her for ages. It is nice to see that they are happier in the wake of it.
Oh yeah, they seem quite happy. Like quite happy. Like I'll give you that for free.
No.
They're in the process of getting a place in Brooks Rest, but like they're taking their time with it. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course.
Mainly just because of the spiral threat that's going on, and they're you know what, they're not in no rush. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's a spiral threat. They're also, I mean, there's room for them here, and they have things to do on Sept. So moving
Mhm.
further away isn't exactly something you'd want to rush into, anyways.
Oh,
This is
exactly.
convenient and nice as it is. Trying to remember. Let me look and see. Not there. Here. And you know what? Fuck it. Well, just for the sake of having part of it set in scene, she's not gonna like just ditch Daniel out of nowhere. But in preparation for like around dinner time, she'll actually ask Kate if she minds, if she can come and like essentially pack up a picnic's worth of stuff, take it out, and go and kidnap Angela.
Yeah, she just gives a shrug. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't mind as long as she knows where you're going. Oh,
Just tell her where she's planning to go. Not terribly far. They're not going and getting super remote. She just wants to actually go in and.
oh yeah, I mean, Kate doesn't mind. And she knows where you're going. It's fine. Yeah, you take what you need. Do you know what I mean?
And you know what? There's no better time to ask. So, because I know it'll come up sooner or later. Um,
What did you
wow.
say? Kind of cut out for me.
Oh, she kind of like freezes up a little because yeah, she's a Fostern, but still, like, look at who it could be. It could be Nessa. It could be Dermot. It could be the Den Father.
Mm-hmm.
Could be Felix. She doesn't know. So it's one of those things where she kind of finally leans over to Kate. I know it'll come up when it comes up, but I do plan to stay with Angela. And if she does choose to stay with me sooner or later, I need to know who to challenge.
Challenge. Leans down like, oh.
Oh,
You claiming her, are you?
no, I'll talk to her about it when we eat tonight, but yes, I do intend to. And I need to know who I need to approach, who I need to speak to. I want to do things right.
Yeah, no. She puts a plate on one of the things to dry and she looks over. Who are you dreading it's going to be?
Dreading? I mean,
She gives a smile. As if I see you.
she sees my shit. I admit that Nessa is very intimidating, but I would still speak to her if that was the case, respectfully. Like I said, I want to do it right. It doesn't matter who it is.
Officially, it's held by the patriarch, well, the head of the family, but my husband didn't he encourages. Gwen's like, leans over. It's Nessa. Gwen may be the head of the family, but Nessa is effectively the fist. Do you know what I mean?
I'd say that's a pretty accurate summary.
Fiach, I mean, originally I thought that Nessa would pass it off to Fiach, but I think after Terry's death, I think she's, kind of just never came back up again. Do you know what I mean?
No, of course.
But it is Nessa, yes. Give a smile. And don't worry, she's not as bad as everybody likes to be. She's my daughter. I know her very well. There's a statement, Katie.
Oh,
That's Nessa's mom. Yeah, Terry and Nessa's are Kate's kids.
oh, I know. It's just one of those things where it's like, look, she didn't say Nessa was the worst or a terrible person. Just she's intimidating, which is true.
She's just imposing, yeah. But if you are upfront with my daughter, much like if you're upfront with me, we'll be upfront back with you and fair with you. Just how it is. And plus, I think I'm one of the only few that can tell Nessa when she's being stubborn if she gets too stubborn with you.
Much appreciated, Mrs. McCarthy.
I care for my kids, even the grandkids. And I know when my granddaughter needs somebody. Especially after the complications that's after happening. So be upfront and be honest with her. And I guarantee you'll get somewhere. And don't try to come and grovel. Because how the hell are you going to be able to protect my granddaughter if you can't even stand up for her? So give that nod, like that very firm. Do you know what I mean? It's very McCarthy. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you want to claim her, well, then you go right up to Ness and you fucking do it. You know what I mean? Don't fucking come groveling. You know what I mean?
A quirk of a smile. She finally kind of glanced over and it's just, believe it or not, hadn't even crossed my mind.
Oh, good. Better fucking not.
Not for a moment.
She gives that nod like, Now go on, shoot.
Yeah, gets chased out of the kitchen. Their little picnic basket. Yeah. But yes. Unless you want to see in that picnic.
No.
I suppose
It's
we
pretty
can,
straightforward.
can call it for there. No.